Mm-hmm. You can see me? Wow. Why don't you try screen sharing? Can you screen share on this in the meeting? Do I have to stop? Do I have to stop screen sharing first? Probably. Okay, so I'll stop screen sharing, and then you can go. Yep. Mm-hmm. Nice. Whoa, this is crazy. Like 3 screens. I mean, yeah, it looks good. Everything looks like it's working. Hopefully that latency is just because we're like sending this like signal like through this kind of like loop thing. So hopefully that'll not be so bad. So you can end that and you can stop screen sharing. And what we're gonna do right now is I can screen share and then we can look at some marketing stuff while we're streaming. So no one's watching this, but we can start like I mean we can record it, we can look back at it. I mean, yeah, I guess we could end the stream. We don't really need it. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. Okay, but in the meantime, so I guess yeah, well, let's just let it keep going. But I'm gonna share because we can actually go through some cool things that we can do that as we start figuring out this whole system. So, so hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay, so can you see my screen? Okay. And so if you were to go, if you can pull up my stream one more time. Mm-hmm. Sure. So like now, right now you can see me like move my hands and everything. Um, okay, awesome. So like right now you can see me like move my. Oh, I gotta pause that and everything. Cool. That's cool. Okay. Got that going. Looks good. Okay, and awesome. Even the let me look at that again. I want to see the video quality. See how if there's something I need to do to improve the lighting. Man, it's pretty grainy. I mean, it's like as good as I feel like it could get. I don't know. I gotta fix that. That's grainy. But I mean, right now, like, I'm sorry. I'm just such a freaking. Um, I just get so like, what's it called? Nitpicky. Let me try another place. let's see how it looks right here. Still grainy. Let's see how it looks right here. Still. Okay, well, we got to get streaming. I mean, at worst, we can pull the audio. I mean, we can even, if I say one little sound bite, that's like some random amalgamation of words that sounds good, and the video is shit, and even the pronunciation or the it's got a lot of us in it. We can chop all that up and take just the text and use that as content. So that's kind of one of the reasons why video and then even live streaming, kind of allows us to do that. So at least it seems like it's not as good as it could be, but for right now, that's gonna be what it is. So, but the cool thing, go ahead. Interesting. I mean, I think I have to run it. I have to. Okay, give me one sec. I mean, we are testing it, so I guess I hate to do the testing part, but that is a part of it. Let me test it on my phone because my phone, has a strong has good signal. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where am I actually live on YouTube? What YouTube account? Because I have multiple. Okay, it's our. Okay, it's the one I'm on. Okay. And my channel and. Okay. Oh. And my channel and. Okay. Oh. And my channel and. Getting a lot of reverb. Siri, you gotta go. Oh, that's my dog. Siri.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's see. Hello. Testing 1, 2. Okay, let's see. Hello. Testing 1, 2. Okay, let's see. Okay. It actually is pretty good. All right, awesome. Sorry, I have to confirm all those things, just of how my brain works. Okay, but here's the cool thing now. So, are you on my stream? Cool. So now I can do this. So this is cool from the viewer side. I mean, maybe I'm gonna geek out about this more than you, but I just like it when things work the way they're supposed to work. But I can do this. See, now I can share. Now I can go over here, and I can be like, okay, let's look at some marketing examples. Blah blah blah. Let's go over here. Let's go to Instagram for Meta. Oh, we're on SavvyPace. This is freaking nice. We can go through here. Look at all this. Trying to get it to flip. Instagram upside down, but it won't. So that's the only kind of negative is I don't really have a way to comfortably position the iPad. Let me try one other thing. Nice. Just gotta drop everything really quick. And that's the way it goes. Okay, and then I can go over here, I can pick up this. Put that right there. Put this over there. Put it. No, it didn't work like I wanted it to. Okay, gotta go to plan B. I have a couple different stands, and I gotta just test out to see which one will work best. Hopefully this one works. Oh, nice. I think it worked. Nice. Oh, this is cool. So it's like if we were doing, like, I mean, this could be good for live streaming. This could be good for, like, if we get more employees and having like company-wide meetings, we can, now I can stream on Zoom where I have a good speaker and all that kind of stuff. Share things on my iPad, and then we can record it for, every employee that can attend and all that cool stuff. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty. I'm moving the tablet on Instagram. So, and let's see. That's the story company. I thought I had sent. SavvyPaste some different stuff from my profile because normally what I do is if I think something like is like good marketing information, I'll send it to the story company so we can actually go and see what that looks like. See, that's why I have all these messages from the story company, because I always send myself messages. What did I get? Okay, let's just. Okay, so these are good little marketing things we can see, kind of just get some inspiration from. 50 pages. Okay, that's just scaling agency, white label services, white label ads. This is an agency for dealerships, lead generation. I really believe LinkedIn's a good social media platform. The Creator Acceleration Program, should have signed up for it, but didn't have enough content creation anyway. Okay, he's a really good content creator for branding. That's always good stuff. Okay. Ooh, let's look at this. Oh, I think this is for data science, I believe. I'm interested in that too. Yep. Well, I'm less interested in data science and more interested in computer science. But can you hear that? Did you hear the video? Like, nice, nice. Okay. Okay, let's see what this is. Save that anyway. Oh, here's a good one. What's the portfolios? Pretty good. I do like UX design. I definitely want to bring a couple people from like when building out the agency. I mean, it really breaks down into like two things: the data side and then the creative side. And I think UX falls pretty heavily on the creative side. So what is this guy? Oh, he's booking. What is this? Portraits. Oh, just QR code stuff. Okay, so nothing really there. Let me see if I sent anything to SavvyPace. Just gives me good ideas of stuff to kind of touch on to go look through these save things. Like I could do the same thing with especially my Facebook. Because I could, there's a lot of marketing stuff in there. Interesting. What is that? Okay, then just some loan stuff. Man, I really thought I had sent the story company more marketing agencies to look at, but I guess I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well. I mean, that's basically there. That's funny. Okay, let's see. What now? Okay, let's go to Fiverr. Look at some stuff on Fiverr. Right now, we're just looking at basically this is us doing the marketing part because I think we got everything down for this stream. So we can, once we've kind of answered all the questions about the marketing company, we can, go through and, actually start the stream. It's live and it's recording right now. And, um, we're not really going to use that at all. If I say some marketing stuff that's useful, then we can keep it. But it's just live right now because why not? But trying to think. I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to find Fiverr. Where is it? Where? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Okay, so let me switch back. So I'm back on my. So this is kind of how it'll be when I'm talking about blockchain stuff, cryptocurrency. But what's cool is I can actually go and pull up the white pages on my iPad and read the white pages on my iPad. And so we can just have that audio going, because when we're pulling clips, like, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I'm trying to think right now, because it's kind of like, I'm thinking when we're editing these videos, like, are they going to be talking head videos where it's just kind of like me talking and that's, just the video? If that is the case, maybe I should put a digital background. I actually meant to again decorate the background, but I didn't do it. It's not a necessity, so I guess that's not the end of the world. But it's mostly just like I'm trying to think about the final product when we're editing, and yeah, the content is great. Like if I can give an engaging piece of content that talks about like the real utility of Bitcoin or says something interesting about it or an opinion, it's great when we can pull the content and the audio is clean and we can have a little blog post and we can have a sound bite. But when we get to the video and I'm trying to think of that, it's just me talking, not very interesting. Maybe we can add a clip right up in here or something like that. But we'll get to there. Mostly the editing thing, and I'll show you what that's going to look like just briefly. It's going to be cutting out the ums, like that little silent thing right there. It'll cut that out. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But let me log into Fiverr right now. And then all right. Okay. So let me go back here. Now we're in Fiverr. Let me see if I can turn the screen side. No, I can't. Man, app developers are really inconsiderate to iPads. Like they just do not care about making these the operating systems for iPad. But here is I got one. Okay. This is Clutch.io. I just clicked on a random link. Shouldn't, but I did it. Okay, sorry. Let me answer this really quick. What up? What up? What's up? Sorry. Yeah, well, I'm not busy the whole night, but right now I'm just working on my stream. Yeah. What up? I don't want to go out and shoot pool, but yeah, I mean, I'll hit you up later if you want to chill, but I don't want to go out. Once I'm in home, I like to stay home. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah, but hit me up anytime. Yes, sir. All right. Catch you later. Bye. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Where were we? We were in Fiverr. Okay, so one thing I did with Fiverr. Okay, fine. Yeah, like I said, just clicked on a random link. Probably should have done that, but I did it. What's this one? Oh, that's just scammers. What we got over here? 3 notifications. Okay, let's screen share again. Okay. No. Okay. Fire request. These are just some old gigs I did. Okay. Alright, maybe it's in. So am I in seller? Okay, I'm in buyer mode right now. Okay. I made a. Oh, what is that? What is this? Huh. I made like a help wanted basically. It's like a Fiverr kind of uh, like a job listing, and but I'm trying to find it on this Fiverr. I can find it on my phone, but I can't. I don't know where it is here. So there's that. Social media. This is kind of cool. It's all social media. I'm looking for some like general brand consistency. Like it doesn't all have to be social media. I mean, obviously, social media is the window into your business, so I get that, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. I'll give them that. All right, what else do we got? That was a little cool feature. I don't really. What does made on Fiverr mean? I don't know what it means. And I don't know what my listing is. I wonder what logo I got from them. Oh, I remember. That was good. Okay. Okay, is it manage request? Okay, yep. Okay. So let's just go over what I put, and then we'll look at these requests. And Give me your opinion. I mean, I know you only been taking this marketing course for like a, like what is it? A week, maybe? I don't know. It's been more than a week. So I don't know. I just always feel like that's kind of like how I've always known to teach, and I don't know if it's right or wrong. All I know is that there's like many different styles, and some are more efficient than others, and I guess the there's no way to quantify which is more efficient because we can't quantify the effect that the teacher to the curriculum, all those things have in the overall results. I mean, the student is a variable as well. So, but my general philosophy with kind of teaching has always been like, you know, like I don't really know how any other way to explain it other than like you know sink or swim. Like you just kind of throw someone in there, and if they do a terrible job, that would be sinking. And and if they float and they don't die, that's like floating. So that's a good that's kind of like how I thought about it. But I also and the reason why I think about it like that is kind of like there is either good or bad and things like that. But I also think that even if it is a metaphor like that, the reality is that there is no dying until you actually die. But at that point, you've got other problems. The if you fail, or you drown, it's fine. You can always go again. In business, like if your business goes completely under, goes bankrupt, like all that kind of stuff. Why is it? Sorry. Goes bankrupt. That's like, the equivalent of business death. And if that happens, it sucks. It's terrible. It's like the worst thing, you can think about when you're trying to do that. But you can always go again. So when I think that, and I don't know, it's just thinking, but what's it called? Sorry, I'm just walking around. That's why I don't know if you're still watching the stream or anything. Uh, awesome. But yeah, that's why it shut off because I'm just walking around. But what was I gonna say? Shoot. Oh yeah, the way I think about it is like I just want to get people producing. I just want to see what you can do, because if you do the worst possible thing, like you said, I'm walking in and out, so that's why it's like I'm not on camera right now. If you fail in it, then that's oh, I guess it doesn't help because I'm also streaming, so I just walk off camera. And yeah, that's funny. But anyway, so I'm trying to think again. I'm sorry. Thanks. So I think about like I just want to get you producing and see what your subjective perception of things are, your opinions, your what you can produce. And if I think it's dead wrong, that's okay, as long as you're willing to always go again, and to not, like, you only lose if you quit, if you just stop playing the game. But if you're always willing to keep playing the game, even if you have to take the L of, like, being humbled in some cases, I guess. I don't know a better way to describe it, but like, when we put our effort into something and that effort's rejected, sometimes that can affect our egos, and the counter to ego is humility. So, that's just how I would describe it. But and this may never be a problem for you. It just goes to my philosophy, and some if it ever did become a problem, then this is kind of how I would go about dealing with that. Is just saying, well, like just produce. It doesn't matter whether you produce is actually good or not, because the facts on the ground is going to be that the 300th version of what you produce will be, inevitably better than the first thing you produce. It doesn't matter, whether you're a natural to what you're producing or not, or whether the first thing you produce is, loved universally or hated universally. Regardless, the 300th thing you produce will be better objectively in every sense. That is just the nature of practice and persistence. And so we want to get there as quick as possible. So we want to have you producing as quick as possible. So, to me, it doesn't matter, like, I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that's my whole philosophy. I hope that makes sense. So that's why, sometimes a lot, not sometimes, a lot, you'll hear, I'll ask you, like, tell me what you think about this, because I want to know what your opinion, even if, it, I don't know, it could be dead wrong, it could be dead right. Like, it could be nothing. You could be like, I don't even know what I'm looking for, like anything like that. So, yeah, but yeah. And if you don't even know what I'm even talking about, what you're supposed to be producing or what I'm looking for, anything like that, it'll make sense as we go along. So most of the stuff I say, you just take it with a grain of salt. And as that salt, like, stacks up, you have like a whole freaking rock of salt. I don't know. So that's something. But okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Awesome. Well, yes, I get what you're saying. And I think, I appreciate that, because that's what I'm trying to do, is like, explain a lot of stuff and then make it so that as one day in the future, like, explain stuff in the present so that one day in the future there's going to be a moment where it just clicks. It's just like, oh, that's why he said that stuff. And so yeah, I think that's what you were alluding to. And if that was, and that's good. That means we're on track. We're creating the right scenario for, in my opinion, growth and success. And laid out this whole equation and formula for doing that. And time will tell whether it's good or bad. So in the meantime, let's take a look at some of this stuff, and I'll ask your opinion on it. And then and right now, I actually don't think that the stream can hear you. So this part of the live stream, unless I'm talking, like, maybe you can pull something out of that whole little spiel I just did. Don't have to. But yeah, that's just kind of like an example. Like, maybe there's something there that is postable and sound biteable. I don't know. It could all be garbage. Who knows? But we can't hear you right now, I don't think, because it's through my headphones, and it's like the audio that the stream is actually picking up is coming from my microphone. So, but eventually we could probably do a workaround where we could get, back and forth, if you'd like to do something like that. If not, we can just keep it me, and then you'll ask questions, and I'll basically break down what the question was, and then do a whole little sound bite for them, and we can go like that. Or you can just be a moderator, whatever we do, whatever you feel like doing, you're comfortable with, that kind of thing. So, all right, let me show you what I wrote here for this ad, and then we'll start getting your opinion with that, and then we'll read some reviews and we'll get your opinion on that. So, okay, looking to build a full marketing campaign in multiple industries, from B2B, B2B to C, and B2C, from hospitality to business paralegal services, multiple client projects, looking for reoccurring work and long-term business relationships and collaboration. So that's basically the ad I posted to try and find, like, some different marketing professionals or an agency, something like that. So what do you think? What do you get out of that? Share your thoughts. Go. Let me hear them. Mm-hmm. Could you see my screen before I just switched it? Like, now you can see my screen on the stream. You can see me? Oh, okay, but you don't have the stream open anymore, right? Okay, cool. But in the Google Meet, you can see me. Okay, sorry, I'm having you like go back and forth. No problem. All right, I just pulled up the meeting too, but okay. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you can see in the meeting right now, since we got, I mean, you know me. I mean, I don't even know if I can say that, because we've only, but at this point, I think you've dealt with me enough to know that I can get kind of meticulous in places where it may not even matter. So that was basically what I was doing right there. I'm like, how does this connection work? Like, can you, like, and it doesn't even matter, because you can hear me right now. You can see, the stream is set up. So, like, it's good. We're good. So yeah, let's take a look at these reviews, or these offers, and see what we got. So, okay. And we'll also look at their accounts too. Okay, so let's see. So this is what this person said. Hello, friend. Kindly message me. I'm an expert and I'm willing to work with you. I promise it won't be a waste of time. Okay. What's that gonna do? Okay. I don't understand how this had anything to do with my, my offer. It seems like he wants to make me like an email kind of marketing thing. Yeah, email templates. And it's like, that's not really what the assignment was. Like, really, what I'm looking for here is actually someone asking more questions than telling you, oh, I can fill it, I can fill it, I can fill it. And so because then really what does separate you? If you're just gonna say, oh, I can do the job, I can do the job, I can do the job, if everyone's saying that, then really what's left to separate you from everyone else is price. And so then it's just a race to the bottom, because all of these different people, some people are going to say, oh, I'll do it for, $550. Well, I'll do it for $5. Well, I'll do it for $450. Well, I'll do it for $4. And you're just racing to shrink your margins down. So it's like the person that's kind of asking the questions like, well, what does this project entail? Are you looking for multiple services? How long do you think you're, what's the time frame? How quick do you need to get started? Can we meet, maybe discuss some more stuff? That's really, what I would like to see. And again, this is great because we get to put on the buyer hat and think like a buyer. Because this is, when we're going to be selling, we're going to be at the other end of that coin, the way these people are, where we can't think, oh yeah, I want to close as many sales as I can because that's cash flow, that's money in the bank, that's commissions, all this different stuff. But if we're not careful in how we present ourselves, then it is just a race to the bottom in making it so you have nothing to compete with, and you give all the leverage to uh, the seller or the buyer, because a lot of buyers will just pick the lowest price, and a lot of times they'll not be satisfied with it, but that's another argument. But you don't have any leverage, and also you're not setting yourself up for long-term success. I think it is better to be picky about the assignments that you choose, because you can't help I mean, there's a whole long conversation we can get into this, but I guess I'll try and boil it down to, even if you're a great marketer, if someone has a shitty product, all you're gonna do is get everyone to know that they have a shitty product, and so that can get that person really angry at you. Even though where in that equation was it your fault? Did you make the product shitty? Did you, like deceive the customer? Like, no, you did everything you were supposed to do. You got eyes on the product. That's what marketing is supposed to do, and it's just a shitty product. And yet the owner of the business, the person who hired you, could still be angry at you. So it's kind of like, if you had just looked at that and said, look, I don't really think I can get behind this product. I don't see it solving a problem or fulfilling a need. So, your money is as good as any other money I can take. But long term, I don't think this is going to be a good match or a good relationship business wise, because, when this does implode, as I think it will, maybe it doesn't, but if it does go the way I think it will, I'll end up being put in as a position where I'm taking your money and running, because it's not going to work. Everyone's going to find out it's a shitty product, and then they're going to, blow that up, and there's no PR management that can really kind of save a not good product at the end of the day. So I got into a whole tandem when I didn't mean to, but that's just kind of one example of how marketing can go, can if you're not focused on how you direct that, you can do business bad without actually ever having not, done what you promised. Like, again, in that whole example, there's no kind of not doing SEO right, not doing content creation right, paid advertising. Like, even if everything's done right, like because you weren't careful in who you chose as a client, it can explode. So we have to be careful, and we're, lucky to have a portfolio starting off that we can build on to cash flow. So there's other options, so we don't have to get really, kind of in a position where we have to close a client when we get an offer to do work. We can be picky. And I think in the long term, that's how you grow a successful agency, is you be picky. And you look at every customer and you make sure you understand their, what they're trying to do, what problem they're trying to solve, and everything like that. And if you can, say, I can see that if you are going to, if you do your end and I do my end, I can see there's no reason why the customer wouldn't be satisfied. And if you can get that equation, you have a long-term lucrative business relationship. And that's what we're trying to build. So let's so we looked at this guy, I'm an expert, I can do this, blah, 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 won't be a waste of time. That's nice, but you don't even know what you're trying to do. And you just threw out one thing, like, trying to see if it'll stick to the wall. And it didn't, quite frankly, because I love email marketing campaigns. As I've explained, they are, they're not the amateurs marketing campaign. You need to have a little bit of experience if you're going to be dealing with conversion rates like that, where they are in 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 100. type of conversion rates, you need to kind of know what you're doing. So that's a great part of an overall campaign, but we're looking for an overall campaign. And maybe I didn't say that, maybe I didn't specify that in the ad, but it would have helped if he had asked. So yeah, that guy didn't work. But let me see actually if I can try and do something right here. I think what I can do is I can put myself in the screen. So let me see if that works right there. Hold on. Oh, can you see me? Did I pop up? Are you still watching the stream? Okay. And let me know if I pop up in the corner. Okay. Because I put how you can have the stream where they're screen sharing and then they pop up in the corner. You see it? Awesome. 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 Perfect. So this is a really, go ahead. Awesome. All right, I'll check it out on my phone. So yeah, and this is a really good scenario because we can actually read the white papers, and All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, that looks good. This is awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, we can read the white papers, and you get some little gestures in here that I can do. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, this is pretty neat. Okay, let me think. What else was I going to talk about? Okay, yeah. So yeah, this guy, didn't ask. Got to ask questions. If you're, if we were responding to ads on Fiverr, which as I've talked about, we're going to build out all the marketplace presences for all of our brands. So it's especially the story company because that's it's going to get work from a lot of these marketplaces, and Fiverr is a big marketplace, and people think of it as a freelancer marketplace, but it's growing in its agency marketplace and presence. And same thing with LinkedIn, and there's some other ones that we'll get into that we don't have to really talk about right now. But we want to be building our presence on these marketplaces, so we would find ads like the one I posted and try and get work with that person. So it is important that we look at this and say, how would a buyer want to be thinking? So let's look at this guy. He said he can do it for 600. So okay, look, here's another one where I'm like, okay, well, let me read. I mean, obviously you can see it, but hello, great buyer. I always like to be called great, I have to say. I've gone through your quest and I perfectly understood your needs. How do you perfectly understand my needs? I don't understand that. I haven't even told you the the brand character persona. So I don't understand how you know. But either way, with social media advertising with over 5 years of experience, I will do B2B, B2C email campaign for your business to get real and active leads and their list to grow and boost your business. And we'll do autoresponder for you to monitor all the leads that you get from the camping and to update them about your new service and other for them to take a tangible action in purchasing your goods or service. No doubt about my work. This is the best way to go. Kindly contact me today for project details and to start your project immediately. Thanks. I will wait for your response. What do you think about that? Go, tell me. Let me hear your thoughts while I look at her profile or his. I don't know. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, I agree with you. Sorry, I was just reading their thing. I mean, yeah, it's basically the same thing as what I've been, uh, what I said. But yeah, it's just the same thing. She threw out one thing, just I do social media marketing, and actually, if you look at her profile, it looks like she can do a bunch of other things. So if you're not just throwing out this one thing that you think is what I want, um, that would she could have found out whether you know what I need. And maybe, maybe the price is kind of coming into play, but I had to start somewhere. So I was like, whatever. That seems like a starting point. But yeah. So okay, hi, hope you're doing great. I just saw your request and really interested in working on it, but I'm still confused about a few things. If you're interested, kindly contact me for a few questions need to be answered before starting the work. Thanks for your interest. Okay, what do you think about that one? Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, you're right. You're right. I mean, yeah, he said the right stuff, and I'm definitely, I'm interested. I mean, it doesn't mean well, I don't even know that I'll end up hiring people from Fiverr. I'm looking on everything. I'm probably going to go back to, all the different like channels that yeah, and just kind of figure out, like, even compare it. But right now we're casting a wide net and saying what are all these different options, and then when we get into the interviewing, you'll be right in the interviews with me, just kind of seeing the questions I ask, and you know, uh, so yeah, we'll be doing that. But okay. Okay, let's see the full profile. This guy's earned it. We'll check out his full profile. Okay. It looks like they're like some type of agency, like it's more than one person. Yeah. Gigs. Okay. Interesting. These are pretty good, I will say. If I was gonna get like honestly, the possibility of me hiring this person is not out of bounds. Like if I needed someone to help on an email marketing campaign or something like that, this person looks like they have enough skills in the limited things that they're doing, that and they presented themselves in a way that makes me confident that they could explain what the skill set that they are specifically able to do is. Um, and I would give them an opportunity to see if they're a right fit. As a full blown like campaign manager, or like handling all of the email marketing for multiple platforms, I don't know that they could do that. Maybe they could just because Mailchimp is its own kind of platform, and all of the different platforms that have like email lists, they all would direct it to Mailchimp. So, and it does look like they can do set up that automation. So I think they could handle that, but that's like a small email marketing, like a small segment of setting up your overall marketing campaign. And as I said, it's a strong one to have, so I like to see that they have it, but I don't even know that they could write the content for that. So, and with content to be provided. Oh wait, no, I think that means I have to provide the content. So, but yeah, hire them for an email marketing. Maybe I'd have to see some work. It doesn't look like you have a lot of, have any experience, not even a lot. So yeah, maybe give that person a chance. I mean, for $5, see what they can do with some content and one thing. So yeah. Okay. I have go through your message and I quit understand your project as well as am assuring you am going to do perfect job for you. By the time I'm through with it, you're going to love it and really compensate me with the work done. So just award the project to me. I like the confidence. I mean, you've got no stars and you're like, yeah, just fucking give it to me. Why are we even competing? Stupid. But I'm like, oh, okay, chill out. Um, Honestly, I wasn't even sold by that, so no. I mean, that's just how, that would work some places with something that's not here. Example, work with you this part. That's not bad. Kindly message me so we can discuss more. I mean, I honestly think a lot of people would see that and be like, "Oh, that's wrong." Like you didn't, like some people might see this and like this a lot more. Like, oh, the confidence and the idea that he'll do a good job and I'll want to pay him. But I personally don't like that. I really think this one is a better message. But it's different. Different people want different things. So let's see. I mean, okay. So what did you think of that? What are your thoughts on the user information? No problem. No problem. Yes, Income Pro. Sure. Mm-hmm. 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 I agree with you. I think that you summed it up correctly in saying that it depends on his portfolio. Like that statement right there is the key statement right there. And obviously it's like I don't know if it's obvious, but it's kind of as I say that, I think the kind of reflexive thing to think is instead of saying the word obvious, there's a longer way of saying that, but I think the reflexive thing to think is like, well, wouldn't that be, isn't that applicable to everyone? Or, isn't that statement kind of like, like, again, yeah, like, doesn't it apply to everyone? And it's like, no. And I think that that's the reason why that statement's so powerful and sums it up so well, is because that's actually what we're looking for right now. Like, are we looking for someone that we're going to hire right now, that we're going to be like, oh, not right here, but when it says, take offer, like buy right now. No, we're not looking for, to convert right now, to be the sale right now. We're fact finding. We're like, investigating. So for someone to kind of move us closer to want to ask more questions, that is the right answer. That's exactly what you want to do. And that's what, that's exactly what you want to do. What this person just did in that and saying, I read this, and after reading this, my thought is this person is either telling the truth or they're lying. That's good, because all the other people, like, the other person, we read it and it's like the person where it's like, I'm a great marketer, hire me, I'm the best, whatever, or I know exactly what you want email marketing, let's get it done. Like, those people, the question of are they telling the truth or not is almost irrelevant, because they didn't ask the right questions to know whether, we want them on our team. Like, we don't even know if we're a good match. Actually, we know as a buyer, we're looking at them and being like, I don't think this is a good person, that they're a good match for me, because they didn't even ask what I wanted. They're just assuming that they know what I want, and that, I know that I don't want someone to assume that they know what I want. So that's like going to be a no-go. Where this person, they're not saying, I assume I know what you want, you want this thing. They're just saying, look, here's my credentials, and I think I have the experience, like, kind of in the way that other person was trying to, I think, pull this off. This person actually pulled it off. Like, what this is good copy. So if we hire that other person for anything, what we know off the bat is they wouldn't produce good copy, because they didn't produce good copy when we looked at it. It's just overconfident, then that's bad copy. But this kind of saying, like, this is my experience, and that may seem like it's, it's not overconfident, because it's just facts. Like, again, if he is telling the truth. But if he is telling the truth, 7 years marketing experience is not bragging, it's just the facts on the ground. And us wanting to, basically say, hey, is this the truth? Like, now I want you to prove it. We would want to be in that same position, because ideally, like, if we got in that position and someone was like, hey, you said you can do the job, you said you have this experience, you have these people in line, like, you can organize and deliver. I want you to prove it. I want, and they ask us for a portfolio, or they ask us some questions, or they want to meet us. Like, if that was us in that situation, we would presumably be ready to go. We'd be like, okay, we're a good company. We mean what we say. We don't, we have good values, and we try and live up to those values and deliver on those values. So, yeah, that's awesome. So this is good copy. And and it does make us say, well, we love to see a portfolio, which is awesome, because we would want to be in that same position. If someone asked us, like in 6 months, if someone asked us to see our portfolio, I mean, just start like licking your lips and thinking, I'm about to make some money, because this is, I mean, like, that's going to be awesome, because we're going to be able to show them, like, oh, well, here's our hospitality portfolio. Like, depending on the customer, we don't need to show every single customer or every single client every single portfolio. You have like subfolders for portfolio work, because someone in the B2B space does not need to see your B2C portfolio work. They just need to see your B2B portfolio work. And so, we can start being like, oh, awesome, well, here you go. And, that's where we really start to close. And that's where you're really in that last leg of the sales process, where you're asking for a person's business. So, yeah, food for thought. But did a good job. Okay. And so, the next thing that we'd want to see from this person is basically just like let's see the affiliate let's see the affiliate websites now. Okay. Sales funnels and ClickFunnels. Sales funnels. I like sales funnels. I think they're good. Important. So I definitely think this is an agency just because of the diversity of the skills that they're offering. I actually, yeah, you're definitely right. I actually like creating an online course. Oops, sorry. Creating an online course. I actually had some plans for doing that for Remotery, which we could talk about that later. But yeah, that's exactly. Yep. And okay, so for what? Go. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I said for what, but I guess I should have let you finish. Go ahead. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Huh. Interesting. They don't have like notary work in like you should start by Googling that, like notary work in the Philippines. They don't have that? Oh yeah. Yeah. Cause yeah. And some states in the US are like that too, where it's like, the notarizations can only be done by attorneys. Um mhm. So yeah, it sucks, but yeah, so I guess that's the way it is for in all of the Philippines. But the U.S. just has a bunch of different. I'm lucky to be in a state where you only need to spend $12 to get your notary certificate. There's other states where you have to spend like $300 to get your notary certificate. So it's just it's weird, but that's cool. That's pretty cool. But either way, we'll have plenty of things for you to do. So but that's pretty cool that you looked into it. Okay, so let's look at this guy. So there's a lot of, I mean, we do need to build a lot of affiliate marketing campaigns within Armando Pez Official, within um, Savvy Pays. The Story Company and Remotery really don't need affiliate marketing channels as much. I mean, there's some things for Remotery. I mean, any business where you're creating content, you can, say, hey, link to my camera, my lighting, all that kind of stuff. And, eventually we'd want to set that up for a Rotary, because I can create a 5-minute video where I'm like, hey guys, here's a daily video. I'm going to go, try and get some direct leads or direct title company clients. And, and then you could be like, link in the description for all my gear. But that's not high priority right now. That's like lower priority. Right now, we want to get Savvy Places affiliate marketing funnel set up, and we want to get Armando Pez Official's sale affiliate marketing system set up. So there is some potential to look at this and say, hey, we may want to do something here. So okay. I mean, it looks good. It really would come down to their portfolio work and actually looking at their numbers, looking at a website they've set up, and um, you know, and yeah. So and it's really going to be hard because like I'm looking at this, and then I'm also looking at like maybe I'll go and see if the Speed Up Co has anyone that could work as well. But like it'll be hard to kind of figure out which one will be better and which direction I want to go with. I'm actually still doing training that I've never really thought about doing is like managerial training and like executive kind of training about like how you actually organize a business as from the top. And I've never really thought like interviewing would be a skill of mine or that kind of thing. And so I'm just like building out all those skill sets right now. So yeah, I don't know if I'll end up going with this person or anything. Or oh look here, they actually showed us. Okay, so and that looks like a pretty good amount of money. I guess I'll save it. Maybe it'll be good. Okay, reviews. Oh, no reviews. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I would need to see reviews from other like clients, but if they don't have any reviews on this platform, it doesn't mean they don't have any reviews at all. I don't really know. I mean, it's all right. I'll look at the profile. YouTube marketing, search engine optimization. What else? Facebook ads. Yeah. Okay. I mean, man, not that impressive. Vividly years of experience. That's not how you would use the word vividly. I didn't like that one. Just off the bat, just didn't like it. uh, Professionalism. Again, didn't like it. I mean, it's just selling yourself, um, which comes off as like begging. I always think again, like if we were in their shoes, we're you know, you kind of think about it like you're a country club. Like we don't have to let everyone in. So what is, why should we pick you? Like as much as, you know, like, I don't know. I just do think that you kind of like that's better to ask the questions than to be like, oh, choose me, choose me, choose me. And I've as I've explained it because race to the bottom and all that kind of thinking. I don't like that one. Uh, I do like that he actually added my name. Like that's kind of going like a lot of others didn't even do that. So, oh, okay, whoa, he actually read the ad. I really like that, man. Okay, that's a little trick that I remember when actually trying to find like posting job wanted thing. You have to put like a sentence in the ad and ask them to repeat the sentence when they respond because a lot of these people have autoresponders. So this guy actually took the time to read the ad, which I mean that alone like will is worth brownie points. So I'll actually take the time to read this one out loud. Hi, Armando. Thank you for reaching out to me. Relationships are the catalyst to life, and good communication is the spice of relationships. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just stop right there and say, a lot of people may not like that kind of like linguistic acrobatics, but I am a fan. I love it. So relationships are the catalyst to life, and good communication is the spice of relationships. Yeah. Okay. Euphemisms, I love them. So okay, good so far. I will be delighted to collaborate with you in building full marketing campaigns in multiple industries of B2B or B2C, ranging from hospitality to business paralegal services. So right there, it's kind of like in school when they would be like, answer the question. Huh? What was that? Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Okay, and so I'm a professional digital marketer and project manager. Again, awesome. Like he actually knows about the industry enough to be like, I'm a project. Like I've managed projects. I'm not just like a freelancer or anything. Like that's so far. This is really really good. I offer satisfaction to my clients, as you can confirm on my reviews. Excellent. Uh, I really value long term relationships as well as reoccurring projects. I love that he said that. I really, really like that because I always try and stress that. And a lot of people, they look at that as just kind of like buzzwords. And to me, they're really not buzzwords. Now, I understand that people perceive them as that. And I don't, I would never tell them to proceed otherwise because I think talk is cheap and actions speak louder than words. So I like to, just like when I was saying, I'm going to say things that don't make a lot of sense, but one day in the future, presumably, there's going to be a point when they click. Well, the clicking is going to be as a result of a domino effect of action that we're going to take. It's not just because I'm going to keep repeating things, and we're never going to take any actionable steps that align with the things I say. It's that the things that we do are going to have an effect, and those effects are going to, line up very, very nicely with a philosophy that we're going to constantly, come back to and reiterate and grow to understand and just constantly express in the things that we do. So, I really like that he said that, he values that long-term relationship, which I stress in the ad. And again, a lot of people, it's just going to go over their heads like, oh, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? Like, oh, a lot of people hear it and they think, oh, what they're saying is they're dangling a carrot in front. Like maybe I'll make a lower price if I for the opportunity for more work down the line. And if we're just gonna assume the worst intentions out of each other, we're not gonna get anywhere. That's a door closed right there because you didn't want to give a person the benefit of the doubt to actually have a meeting with them and see, can you get on board with their ideas? This person, even if they don't have the logistics of how they're going to get to their end goal, they can articulate what they think their end goal is and have a rough idea of how that is going to come to fruition. So you only get that through having those meetings, and you can only have those meetings if you're willing to be open to actually listening to what the person wants and say, okay, well, let me assume this person is genuine in saying they're looking for a long-term relationship with reoccurring projects. If that's true, then I want to be on board. But I only I may want to be on board, and what would turn it from a may to do is if I get to interview this person just like I assume this person wants to interview me, if everything I'm saying is true, being the seller. So yeah, I mean, so far, excellent copy, excellent, better than that other person's copy. This is some really good copy, because I mean, just as in life, it is true in business, and it's true in the business actions that are the little things that culminate in the execution of sales. Half of creating content, half of creating speech, half of creating of being an engaging human being, and being able to be the person who has all the attention when he walks in the room and all that kind of stuff. Same thing in copy. It's not even half of it, 2/3 of it, if maybe even 3/4, is listening. It's just listening to what people are saying. If you're trying to listen to what these people are saying, and half of a good copy is just like he did, just repeating exactly what the person was saying, to say, hey, I hear you, I understand you, and that's why I believe I can solve your problem. Because if you just I can solve your problem, how do you know you can solve my problem? Do you even know what my problem is? Go ahead, tell me what my problem is right now. And if you were to, I mean, half of marketers, you'd get them right there. He's like, you want, So, it's just like, I really think this is good. I mean, I'm going to probably heart this guy and make it to my favorites. And I think this could be a direct competitor with anyone, the Speed Up Co. or LinkedIn or Instagram could give me. I'm really impressed with this copy. Just the copy. I mean, who knows? This portfolio could be shit. But just like the other guy, even if it doesn't seem like he has the capabilities to run a full marketing campaign, on the copy alone, I would be willing to give him an entry-level position or a mid-level position if I feel he couldn't handle the high-level position. So okay. So I'll be glad to have a comprehensive and action plan chat with you where we can discuss on project next steps. Kindly contact me. I love it. Okay, let's see what extras. Define project goals. Awesome. Establish schedule and milestones. Oh my God. Whew. This person's saying all the right things. I'm like, Jesus, milestones? Oh my God. He's going to provide attribution to his marketing campaign. It's beautiful. I mean, a marketer skates in the realm of the abject, specifically so they don't have to take responsibility for when things fail. They say, oh, we got reach of 200 people. 200 people. What does that mean in dollars? Like, you spent money. What is the conversion rate? What is the, and so to say, well, we're going to set milestones. So we're not just going to say, oh, we're going to grow your organic presence. Like, no, here's how we're going to say that if we don't do X by Y day, we didn't reach our goals. And you want to set goals so that you can hold people accountable. So the fact that he's already going out there and saying, I want to be held accountable, that speaks to, first off, his skill level of what, because you're only going to say, I want to be held accountable if you actually believe you can deliver, and so that's something right there. But, that also says that he has some experience, that he's played the game. And, if you don't set up the accountability, it's not just that, on one end of the spectrum, like the buyer doesn't know how to hold you accountable and doesn't know how to, say, oh, well, if you don't, like, yeah, I want my Instagram to grow, but if you don't do these things at this time, like, what does growth mean? Like, yeah, you made a post, but it didn't reach anything, and your hashtag strategy, it's not working. Like, how do we set, metrics for that? On one end, that will affect the buyer, and maybe, the buyer is not so knowledgeable that they'll let it slide for longer than it should. and you'll just keep getting those monthly checks, and you can kind of keep, like, again, trying to throw something at the wall, hope it sticks. But if so that's like one end of the spectrum where it's a problem when you're not setting the milestones. But on the other end, as the seller, as the provider of the service, like, if you don't have those milestones set up to hold you accountable, which they are doing, they are making it so you have to be responsible. It's going to be hard to show why you're valuable as a long-term strategy. You can have an ad strategy that's like, okay, we're going to run this paid advertising strategy, and we're going to know really quick whether it's converting or not, and whether dollars are being spent efficiently or not. And we're going to have all this data so we can rework it. But then there's also going to go into long-term things of building a brand, where we have to say, look, 6 months from now, we're going to see a return on our investment. But we have to know that we're on track to hit that, every quarter of every month, essentially. So, there needs to be weekly, like, performance reviews. And if you don't, if you're not able to explain that as a seller, maybe your buyer has, they're not as patient as someone who's just going to let it go, and, they're not getting talked to, they're not getting briefed on what's happening. So they're just like, oh, well, we'll see in 6 months if something works, and then in 6 months, nothing happens, and they'll either just fire you, or maybe they'll give you another 6 months. Either way, it doesn't help anyone to be in that situation, buyer or seller. So I love that he said milestone. Like, that's like amazing for me. Resource management, I like that too, because there are a lot of different platforms and softwares and all this different stuff with marketing. So that, if he says, like, we can kind of manage your Adobe library and your, the kind of stuff that your graphic designers make in Adobe, that's really awesome. So yeah, I mean, this is a good ad. But let's take a look at this. See what this guy's got. Okay, hello, I'm Adrian. I'm a young, dynamic, and professional website designer and digital marketer with high-end tools, expertise, and unlimited knowledge about the needs of my clients. I've been in the industry for a few years now. My previous work experience included working closely with my clients to create the best websites and applications possible, as well as create exposure to businesses looking to scale up. I'm passionate about making your business brand better and more profitable through collaboration, understanding, and innovation. Feel free to contact me for your projects. And I mean, he's got a good amount of ratings, and they all, I mean, the ratings don't look fake. They look, it's not all 5. It's like, good stuff. So, okay, let's see. Seller was great with communication, and while I believe the seller is skilled, it appears there was some confusion on what I asked for versus what was delivered. We had a lot of back and forth, so I was under the impression everything was clear. In summary, I wanted a way to bulk verify phone numbers using Twilio lookup, i.e. the ability to upload a 10K XLS file and submit for Twilio lookup verification. What was delivered was a way to use Twilio lookup for only individual number verification. Adrian is a hard-working person, always on task, out for excellence. It was super easy to work with him, as he helped me in everything I needed in order to get the expected result. Highly recommended. I'm super glad I chose Adrian for the task. He did it in less than 24 hours. I will contact him again and again whenever I need help with it. Okay, let's see for you. Okay. Email marketing. Okay. So I like Zapier as a platform. Zapier is I'm really interested in the concept of no code. So like, applications that would typically you need like an API or, some type of coding interface to do a particular, like workflow or something like that. And I really like Zapier because it can create those workflows without needing that coding background. And I think, like, as we start to build out the agency, build out the different companies, as we start to have like weekly company meetings or different things like that, even if they're not weekly, like different learning sessions where I invite people to from the company to learn different tasks and different things. I do want to explore like website builders that don't need coding and graphic design things that don't need coding or different things like that. I think it's interesting. So Zapier is kind of one of those applications that can set up a workflow without having to understand coding. So okay, yes, okay. Mhm. So okay, we're looking at the reviews again. Okay, we're seeing a little thing that he did. He did a little animation that says "see." Okay, not really sure. Okay, not sure. I guess that's Zapier. Not really sure. On this genre, because you're trying to very thorough information and detail. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what they're posting. Teachable site. Okay, at least I know what that is. Hmm. Well, what I've gotten from this is, again, I really like that copy. I really liked that he actually took the time to read it, everything. I don't know that he has the experience that I'm looking for. I mean, if he can use Zapier in a way that, with proficiency, I would definitely bring him on for that alone. There's just little, like, probably not reoccurring tasks, but there could be something like, I want this app and this app to communicate with each other. Like, for example, the Cabbage Bank app. So where the accountant is saying like you have to go print out or you have to upload a bank statement every month manually. There's no automatic way to do that. Where you could actually set a Zapier up so that you have basically a Zapier like Zap exactly. So that would make it so we can have that automated workflow, and you have to have someone who understands Zapier to be able to set that up. So I would pay in for like little gigs like that, little workflow kind of efficiency setups, standard operating procedure setups. So for that, I think he'd be great. I'd give him a chance for other kind of like digital marketing stuff. Um, I don't know that he's at the level where I would trust him for project management. Um, I don't know that he can manage a whole project, but I'm gonna save his profile because I think he could be good for one-off jobs. Um, especially for back-end stuff. I think he's probably either more of a CRM like manager or a back-end kind of like developer. So that's what I'm getting out of that. I don't know if you got that same. And how do I save his profile? I guess I just have to save one of his gigs. Save that one. All right. Oh shit! I went too far back. Sure, go for it. No problem. I'm really wondering why they're all from Nigeria. Like, and I'm just like you're telling me this guy right here. Look at his face. He's from Nigeria. Jules Nunes. That guy. How does that even work? Oh, he's from the United States. Okay, I took that. I mean, but he doesn't really look like he's qualified to handle what we need him to do. No, no reviews. Yeah, it's weird that they're. I read some few, but they just look like they copied and pasted. I guess this guy thinks I'm Spanish. Like I can speak Spanish because he said salud. I believe that's what that means. Yeah. That's like hello in Spanish, I believe. Mm. Mm. No. No. Just email marketing people. Man, I don't know if I like this guy or not. I think you're right. It's like really good. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, are you Jesus Christ reincarnate? Just everything. 9.9, 9.9, 9.9. Like, come on. Yeah, I know. I saw that. But in the skills test, management skills, top 10%, that seems pretty good. How the fuck is fishing a skill in this situation? Like, obviously it's a skill, but like not right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true. I don't know. Man, I just don't know on this one. It almost does look too good to be true. And generally it's like if it's too good to be true, that's because it is. So that sucks. Uh, just social media posting. So I mean, those are pretty much the requests we got. So let's look at the saved ones, and then we can maybe look at Fiverr Pro. Actually, I mean, I feel like that's pretty good for the marketing stuff for right now. Go ahead. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can set it. Go ahead. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can set it up then, and yeah, if I get signings, we'll move it around. Uh, oh, cool! It has a whole place of all the uh, different gigs that I've used, so that's kind of good. Uh, but yeah. So do you have to go? Do we have to end it right now? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, we went a little longer, and here, let me switch back. We went a little longer, and we didn't get into the crypto stuff. I don't know if I'll keep going after you leave. Maybe. I think I'll. Yeah, I think I'll keep going. Talk about some crypto stuff. I don't know. Maybe. But either way, you'll have. I'll send you a file, and we. Yeah, we. So go ahead. Go ahead. Hmm. 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 I think so too, but I'm not familiar with Twitch either. Either way, Restream, the plan that I have saves the it saves the whole video, so you have a video file that you can edit and you can cut clips from, and we can do all of the repurposing, content repurposing that is in the game plan from what we've got. So I know that there has to be at least one or two sound bites in that whole thing. There has to be. It sucks. It's gonna be like finding a needle in a haystack, and I'll wrap it up. I won't keep you much longer. It's gonna be like finding a needle in the haystack, but we've been online for like almost 2 hours now. But essentially, what this is gonna be part of your job. You're gonna have to go through that 2 hours and find the gems, find the needles in the haystack, find the little segments that can be chopped up and repurposed, whether it's just the video, just the audio, just the text. That's what we're going to do from that 2 hour thing. And the theme of this whole thing was kind of like marketing, so hopefully you'll find a clip that will lend itself well to the story company, and we could probably put it on Armando Pez Official, and it probably will work on Remotery as well, because entrepreneurship is a niche within Remotery, even though it's just loan signing as a business. So for that meeting, I know a lot of the meetings, when we set them up, we don't really know what we're going to do when we meet. I mean, certainly I don't. And I'll get better about that as time moves on. But in this next meeting, we actually do have a goal and a roadmap for that. And if I forget it, if I try and get off track, you can, feel free. If not just feel free, but I encourage you to put me back on that path and say, hey, actually, we got to get this, content repurposing set up. So I'll send you over the file. I'll pull up the thing I want to show you for, if I can keep you for just, and if I need to be cut off, cut me off. It's fine. But if I can show you just to kind of give you this, like what we're going to be doing, if it'll even let me. I don't even know if I have. Okay, you're in luck because I can't do it because I don't have TikTok on my iPad. So I actually have to find it on my phone, save the video on my phone, send it to you in Messenger, and I saved the application that will do a lot of the editing using AI, so you don't have to manually cut out the ums. The AI cuts out the ums for you, and that saves a lot of time when you're editing, and then we can go through and get into the creative elements of editing. So that's what will be our kind of game plan and what we'll set out to do in that next meeting. So that if we could actually set that meeting and do it, and hopefully it doesn't get rescheduled, we'll get a lot done in that meeting. So awesome. But that's it. I'll let you go. Appreciate your time. All right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. Sooner rather than later. So if you can do it tomorrow, because we've got the video, and I can start showing you how we can really do some cool stuff. I mean, a lot of this time seems like it was just wasted me going on different tangents, but I'll show you how live video and repurposing of live content can really lend itself to even someone with a personality or a speech kind of character as me, where I do tend to get on those tangents and be detail oriented, or whatever, however you would want to categorize it. For better or for worse, we can get some real value out of all of this stuff that we've just produced. So we'll get into that next time. So yeah, I appreciate your time, and I'll let you go. You have a good afternoon, I believe, if you're over there. So yeah. Yes, sir. We'll do. No problem. No problem. Talk to you later. Bye. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll do. You have a good one. Bye.
Will do. Yes, sir.